Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to start working on a new light sensor, that is TSL2569. Now to gain more knowledge about the sensor and explore it, let's have a visit over the website, that is controleverything.com, and here we have to search for the sensor, that is TSL2569, and here we go. As you can see, it's a 16-bit light-to-digital converter programmable gain I2C mini module, and these are some of its features. Please have a look over that. And you can purchase the sensor from here. For this video tutorial, I'm going to start working on the sensor, that is TSL2569, using a Raspberry Pi and a Java code. And to explore the Java code, let's go to resource tab, and this is the Java code sample. Now you can download the code sample as a zip file from here. Also, you can have the opportunity to download the code from github.com, and the repository there is Control Everything Community. Now let's have a look over the hardware connections we require to set up. Now coming to the hardware section, first of all we require our sensor, that is light sensor TSL2569. Now this here is a Raspberry Pi, and these are the GPIO pins of the Raspberry Pi. Now we need an I2C shield, which you are able to see on my screen, and it's available on the website controleverything.com. This is very useful in making connections with other I2C devices, and the connection was always a lot easier. So gently place over the I2C shield over the GPIO pins of the Raspberry Pi and make a connection. Now we need a connecting cable just like this, and make a connection among the sensor, and a rule has to be followed that the brown wire of the cable should be connected to the ground terminal of the sensor, and for the same reason to the I2C shield. Now we need a micro USB cable to power up our Raspberry Pi, and for the final part, which is to connect to the internet, we have two ways. First of all, this here is an Ethernet cable or a LAN cable, as you can see, and gently insert it over the power jack. Now we can also have the alternative way, that is a nano adapter, wireless nano adapter, and you can insert it over the USB jack. So we are done with the connections part. Now what we require is to have a code, and let's see how it interfaces with the sensor. For the interfacing regarding the Java code, we require to find out. So log into github.com, and here we have to search for the repository Control Everything Community, which you are able to see on my screen. Click here, and there you go for the searching of TSL2569 sensor. And this is the sensor, and this is the Java code. Let's have a look over the instructions first. We have to download and install Pi4j library on the Raspberry Pi and pi4j.com link. This link will help us to install required libraries. You can have all the relevant information and the procedure you have to follow to install. Please do it carefully. Now get back to the code. As you can see on my screen, it's a Java code with .java extension file, and we have to import certain libraries, as you can see on my screen, for the working. Now we have created a public class named TSL2569, and we have bus.getDevice, which will have the device address, sensor address, that is 0x39. And the writing part, we have to select control register, and we are sending the power on command here. As you can see, 00 is the control register having OR with 80, that is command register, and power on command for 0x03. In the next part, we are sending timing register, which is 0x01, or with command register 0x80, and the command here is nominal integration time 402 seconds, and it's 0x02. After that, we are reading 4 bytes of data for channel 0 and channel 1, and the conversion of the data takes place here, which is according to the formulas being provided in the data sheet. At the very end of our code, we have the output data on the screen, as you can see, for full spectrum, infrared value and visible value, and it's perfectly formatted for 2 places for the floating value. Now what we require is to have a look over the working, the practicality of this Java code along with the sensor and the Raspberry Pi. Let's have it. For the working environment, first of all, copy this entire Java code, as you can see, and open up the terminal for the Raspberry Pi connected via internet. Here create a new file, TSL2569, for the reference with .java extension, as you can see, and here paste the entire code and save the file. Now this is the command to compile, as you can see on my screen, 2569, and here we go. It's done compiling. Now this is the command to run the code. Now as you can see, we have the values for full spectrum, infrared value and visible value, and again there is a very small change. But when I place some object over the sensor, there will be a change regarding the full spectrum, infrared values and the visible values. It's decreasing when I move closer the object near the sensor. But instead, when I move some light source which is closer to the sensor, you can see there is a high jump regarding the values for full spectrum, infrared values and the visible value. So this is how the sensor responds to the Java code along with the sensor and the Raspberry Pi. Now what we require is to have a look over the benefits, features and the applications of the sensor TSL2569, and let's have a look over that also. The TSL2569 is highly sensitivity light-to-digital converter that transforms light intensity to a digital signal output capable of direct I2C or SMBus interference. Each device combines one broadband photodiode and one infrared responding photodiode on a single CMOS integrated circuit capable of providing a near-photopic response over an effective 20-bit dynamic range. Now the sensor is ideal in notebook, tablets, PCs, LCD monitors, cell phones and digital cameras. In addition, other applications include street light control, security lighting, sunlight harvesting and many more. The sensor is available on the website controleverything.com and you can have the code from the resource tab, and after that you can download the code as a zip file. You can also have the code from GitHub repository and its Control Everything community. In the end, I would make to clear that in case if you have any queries, you can have a look over controleverything.com for further queries, and you can post your comments on community page. For articles and blogs which are relevant to this sensor and video, you go on to instactables.com, and to subscribe more video tutorials, go to our YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a good one yourself. Thanks a lot for watching.